Today on 3D Outdoors, we're going to talk about how to save money during the holidays and all year long, right after this. All right, I thought about this video for quite a while. And I thought it would probably not be the most popular topic, or it might make people mad, but in the end I thought I just have to do this. During the time of filming, we're right around the holidays, all the holiday sales are going on, and I thought, this is a time to actually talk about this. So that's what we're going to do today. How to save money during the holidays and then all year long. First of all, when you're looking at those holiday deals, you have to actually know their deals. That's not the first tip, but comparative shopping is very important in all of this. And we're going to get to that here in a little while. But the first tip is not to buy anything that you don't absolutely need. And that's probably people are going to throw up their hands right away when I say that. And they'll say, well, you have no idea. You don't know what it's like. Yeah, actually, I do. Growing up, we were poor, and we lived by that number one rule. If you don't absolutely need it, don't buy it. A lot of my clothes when I was a kid were homemade. Food came out of the garden. I didn't have toys unless I got them for Christmas or a birthday. There just wasn't any extra money. The money wasn't there. We were poor. And then when I was raising my kids by myself, literally paycheck to paycheck, but it was paycheck to paycheck, not going in the negative. We'll get to that more too. A lot of foreshadowings here. But I was making a house payment, utility payments. Most of the money was going to daycares. I was working all kinds of hours, paying the bills. The kids had to have special formula, Similacs and diapers, and I ate what I could that I got on sale. We'll get to that here in a moment too. So don't buy anything you absolutely don't need. And we're going to touch on that with credit later on too. But that's the number one tip. The second tip, and obviously you can follow it or not. I mean, everybody's at a different place, so that's up to you totally. I'm just throwing out ideas here. Some of them are extreme like that. But tip number two is don't pay full price for anything. And you'll be like, I have to pay full price for everything. That's all there is to it. I never get a deal on anything. Actually, you can get a deal on almost everything. The only thing you might have to pay close to full price on would be your utilities. And where I'm at here in the HQ, we're on electric cooperative, so I get a rebate once a year, so I'm not paying full price for that. I try to fill on propane that I heat with during special fill periods that they have low prices. Got to pay full price for water. But, yes, you may have to pay full price for your utilities. You might have to pay full price for your apartment rent, but they may have been running a special buy 11 months to get the 12th free. You never know unless you take a look at that. And other things, cars and homes are the two things that you'd probably be thinking you have to pay full price on top of that, and those are the only things I would say it's okay to buy on credit. And a lot of people are probably going to get mad at that. And I'm not saying don't use credit cards, but we'll get to the caveat that later on, more foreshadowing. But if you buy a house, you can negotiate price, you can negotiate interest rates, the insurance on the house. There's a ton of insurance companies out there for houses and cars competing for your business with better prices. And that goes to the comparative shopping like I'm talking about on the holiday shopping. You can get some great deals out there and save a bunch of money if there's things that you want, that you are planning on getting, that you know the price on, and when the holiday prices roll around, you take care of those items and you don't buy a bunch of stuff you weren't planning on buying. But paying full price, grocery stores are running ads all the time. Gas stations run coupons all the time. There's membership services that you can sign up for free, that they send you deals every week. I belong to a big warehouse buying outfit. Again, you got to know the prices and comparative shop, but that's part of not paying full price for anything. And the other day I filled up with gas for 25 cents a gallon less than anybody else in town was charging. So there's deals to be made everywhere. You buy your car, the dealership's going to send you coupons to come get it serviced and buy tires and wiper blades and all kinds of stuff. There's people competing for your maintenance services on your homes. Grocery stores have coupons out all the time. So you want to have shrimp next week and it's on sale this week. We got room in the freezer, put it in there, pull it out and have it later on. They will run ads all the time. Restaurants, this time of year, and I'm not saying endorsing fast food, we'll get to the convenience part later on, but there's a couple of restaurants we like to go to, my girlfriend and I, and they're a little nicer, but they run specials this time of year. Buy $25 worth of cards and get 5 free. Well, $5 on 25, let's multiply that out. Let's say I did that 4 times, got 100, and I got 20 for free. That's 20% off. I mean, look at that. So you can get deals. There's coupons out there everywhere. Most things you don't have to pay full price for if you pay attention. Next tip is skip the convenience, and that goes to the fast food. Not only is it horrible for your health, it's terribly overpriced. You can get coupons on it if you absolutely have to, but I would skip the fast food and try to make your food at home. You're going to save a fortune and it's going to be a lot better for you. But convenience, let's look at the $8 a cup coffee that you spend with the triple latte, mocha, whatever soy sauce, whatever coffee that is. And if you brewed it at home, it's pennies on the dollar and you're paying them like $8 a cup. Figure that out over the course of a year because you buy a cup every day at the big name place and their CEO is getting rich out in their house somewhere and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make it paycheck to paycheck while you're sipping on your $8 coffee. Let's take that into account. And that's the only time I endorse going inside of a convenience store or a gas station. Now, we talked about getting money off on the gas at the pump, right, already? 4 cents, 5 cents, whatever their discount rate may be. And you're going to be like, well, I sure hope so. They charge enough for that gas. They're making a fortune. No, they don't make nothing on gas. And before you try to really yell at me and type a bunch of stuff down in the comments that you're mad at me for saying that because I'm wrong, I was the GM for a chain of convenience stores for 3 years. And believe me when I tell you, everybody makes money on gas, including the government, except for the convenience store. Gas is a loss leader. They don't make anything on it. If they do, it's pennies. But if you do like me and you get the 5 cents off every time you go in, they're probably losing money on that gas. Where are they going to get their money? The convenience. When you go into that store, now if you paid 99 cents for a cup of coffee inside that store instead of $8 down the street at the mega I'm a fancy coffee place, then I endorse going in if that's all you got when you went inside. But why do you think when you see gas stations, now I'm talking in my area of America here, there are casinos in every one of the gas stations? And why is there fast food type items in there and walls full of sodas and beers and lottery cards and everything else when you go in there? Well, they want to have a wide selection for you. No, they want you to buy that stuff so they make money because they're not making jack out at the pump. That's why they want you to come inside. I've noticed lately when I try to get a printout of my receipt out at the pump, it always says go in and see the cashier. I wonder if Joe was just lazy and didn't fill the machines for the past month that I've been going in there, or if they're just trying to get you inside so you see that, oh, I'm going to get that soda pop over there for $2.89. Really? Because I just stopped at the grocery store and paid $1.99 for 6 bottles. And I haul them around in a cooler that I got for free at a giveaway at a place I was walking through. I use a free ice pack inside of it that I got for free, and I put my soda inside of it, and I don't spend $2.89 inside a convenience store. I take a thermos along for coffee. I take my little cup along there so that I can put water in it. Water's the biggest scam ever. You go in and spend $2, $3 for a bottle of water. Well, my water at home's terrible. You can't buy a Berkey water filter system on sale and save thousands every year by just filling your cup out of there or out of the refrigerator, because you got a filter on that too, which you got on sale at Amazon when they were running their special during the cyber whatever it was, so you got a discount, right? Because you're always looking for the best deal. You fill your cup out of there and it's perfectly good to drink. You really don't want to pad the pockets of those store owners who are going to be sitting in their fancy homes by the lake that they built off of your hard work. Save your money so that you can spend it on nice things if you want to. Okay? Skip the convenience. Just don't do it. And if you have to, keep it to a minimum, like the 99-cent coffee, to save the money from up the street. And the last thing, don't carry a balance on credit cards. And people are going to be like, I have to, I can't make it, I just can't, because I didn't follow all the other advice at the beginning that you gave, and I had to buy that 80-inch TV. I absolutely had to have that 80-inch TV. No, you didn't. And that's the problem today, is we don't educate our children and we don't educate our adults on finance. And the minute they get a credit card, they think they got to max that puppy out because it's free money. They gave them money. No, they didn't give you money. They're planning on you maxing that sucker out so they can charge you forever because you're making the minimum payment on that, and you're living in the poorhouse while they're in a fancy mansion somewhere. You got to figure that out. It's so obvious, but we don't teach it to our kids, and they don't know, and they get a credit card and they think they've hit the jackpot, and they don't realize they're going to pay back 20% on that compounding, and it's just going to put them in the poorhouse. It's absolutely ridiculous. People need to learn finance, and we need to know how to teach them that, and we need to teach our kids, because it's ridiculous, the people I see that are running around with their credit cards maxed, and they're like, well, I have to. No, because you bought a bunch of stuff you probably didn't have to have. And that's all there is to that. I understand a few people down on their luck, but the rest of them, you could have avoided that hole. And you're going to say, and I'll get all kinds of bad comments down below, well, I can't live without a credit card. You pay for everything with a credit card. I didn't say don't have a credit card. I said don't carry a balance on one. I put everything I possibly can on my credit card every month. And you're going to be like, well, you were just going against that. No, I wasn't. I was saying don't carry a balance. I pay my credit card off at the end of every month to zero. Every month. And you're going to say, well, why don't you just pay for everything as you go then? What's the point of having the credit card? One, build credit. You're using a credit card, even if it's revolving, it's going to raise your credit score. Two, they're going to give you rewards for using their credit card. Aren't they? Yes, they are. 1 to 5% most of the time. So they're going to pay you to use their card. And if you pay it off at the end of the month, they didn't make any money on you. You gain that money. So say they're giving you an average of 3% on your money. Why wouldn't you take that back? The next thing is you're using their money again for a month. So say you had that money and you were going to buy that stuff with. You've got it in the bank in your high yield checking over there, making 1.5% while you're using their money for free. Oh, wait a minute. They're paying you to use their money because you're going to be smart and pay it off at the end of the month, and they're not going to make a dime off of you. And it's purchase protection. A lot of those have purchase protections on the items you buy, or no liability if the number gets stolen and gets hacked and you're using a credit card and not your bank. So you've got a protection layer. So you're making money on them, you're making money on your money in the bank, you're raising your credit rating, and you have protection on that money that you're spending. It's a win all the way around if you can figure out to pay it off at the end of every month. So I didn't say don't have a credit card, I just said pay it off at the end of every month. I know I get a little excited about that, but some of these things seem so obvious, but yet I see people out in the world every day failing because they don't follow those rules. And especially the last one with the credit card. You hear people complaining of being in credit debt all over the place, and there's absolutely no reason to induce yourself to that. There are certain circumstances out there that can put you under a bus. No doubt about it. I understand and I get it. But there are so many things that you can control on your own by following these rules and saving that money and investing money and looking forward to your future to where you don't have to worry about being indebted all the time. I'll probably get a bunch of comments down below that are negative or mad at the things that I've said in this video today, and that's fine. If just one person watches this video and figures out how to make their lives and their finances better by doing some of these things, then mission accomplished, and I'm happy I made the video. So there you go. There are the ways to save money during the holidays and all year round. This is Dan with 3D Outdoors, reminding you to get into the outdoors and enjoy everything it has to offer. Oh yeah, you can go walk a trail for free probably and enjoy the outdoors and get some sun that makes you healthier. And I'll get off soapbox. We're done with the video now. You can always follow us over at 3D-Outdoors, which is our website where we pull everything together. See you next time.